All right, y'all, we're back.
We're back.
We're Black and White Randomz Podcast. I'm T, aka Sky. This is alrighty, y'all. This is the podcast where we talk about a bunch of random things, from popular topics, trending topics,
Mhm.
um, random things that might or might not have happened throughout our week. Who knows?
We don't know.
We just giving our opinions. I mean, it just is what it is, and we're gonna start this thing off right because I always got a question for Trish. You know,
Uh-huh.
so is it appropriate to teach your niece or nephew how to clap back at bullies and defend themselves in the first grade?
Yes. Yes. Someone's got to.
Uh, hey,
I,
I'm in agreement.
yes,
The reason
I
why
agree
I
with
asked
you.
this is because there was this aunt that she had a military uniform on, so I'm assuming
Okay.
she's still active duty.
Okay.
She's home for whatever reason or another. Her niece was being teased in kindergarten, and those same kids are going into the first grade now. Whole class, right? She was getting teased, and her aunt had all the clapbacks for these kids. You hear me? She told her what to go to school and say to what kids, um,
Yep.
based on what was going on with them in the child's eyes.
Mhm.
Kid
Right.
had long feet, whatever. She was giving them jokes, like all types of crazy stuff. You feel me? Like, um, which I understand it
Uh-huh.
because I don't care who you are. Kids are just, and I hate to say this, a lot of kids just mean, bro.
Yes.
And that's stuff that people don't necessarily want to hear about children because they're especially this, they did whatever. And some
True.
kids are really sweet. They are.
Yes.
But
Some of them are just nasty and mean.
nasty, mean, have older siblings that teach them certain things, older cousins, whomever.
Or their
And
parents are
we've all
teaching.
went to school. We've all seen kids get teased. I might have been teased at a point. I'm pretty sure she done been
Oh, I
teased at a point.
absolutely
Like
was.
that's just that's a part of growing up,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
You got to learn how to
To an
clap back.
extent. There's a line though that crosses. But to an extent, yes.
It is. Because her thing is, she's also like, okay, you put your hands on my niece. I'm teaching her how to defend herself. She not going to that teacher. She's swinging back
Okay.
immediately.
I'm here for it.
Now, I'm gonna tell you what my mother take was when this growing up.
Uh-oh.
Now, her thing was, okay, they can talk about you all they want to.
Mhm.
They put their hands on you. You putting your hands back on them. Tell the teacher for what? Because at
Right.
the end of the day, majority of teachers, especially nowadays, man, they'll let them kids get hit two, three, four, five, six
Mhm.
times. Man, it's been instances where kids was getting bullied so bad that they got jumped, and the parent didn't find out until that child went home that their child got beat up in school.
Yeah.
Like this is ridiculous.
Yeah, that should not be happening.
Absolutely not. Parent had to go back to the school, request the video footage of
Yeah.
the fight. Like anything could have happened to your child at this point.
Mhm.
Especially because your child could have had a concussion. Anything could have happened. And this is all stemmed from bullying.
Mhm.
Um, I'm telling you right now, my goddaughter fitting to put some paws on somebody. She's a really soft. She's soft at heart though. She's really
She
soft at
is.
heart. I will give you that. She's a sweetheart.
She will
Now,
learn how to stand up for
I'm not gonna say that she don't have her little moments, but for the most part, she's super innocent. Like super. Lord have mercy. Cause trust me, them kids tried her this school year, and we like go ahead and go back to school and
herself.
say this or try to defend yourself. Did you let the teacher know? Yeah, I let the teacher know. Okay, what happened after that? Well, they still kept doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she finna learn next school year. I'm just gonna let y'all know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all had y'all one little school year where she was real soft. And ain't nobody has time for this.
All of her contact forms for school are going to say if X, Y, and Z happen, direct your call immediately to her godmother. Don't even bother to call me.
Absolutely.
Call her.
What are we really talking
Right.
about? She has to learn how to defend herself.
I think yeah, all kids do. All kids do. And my mother wished I would have. Like I was on the opposite. My mother used to just beg me to stand up for myself, and I never did. She would beg me and beg me and beg me, but I didn't.
I'm telling you right now, she need to learn how to defend herself, and that's the bottom line.
Yep.
Cause Stone Cold said so. Anyway,
The Godmother said so.
basically, that's a WWE reference for y'all that don't
Yeah,
know.
he be
Um,
getting
I'm
I see
just
what you're saying.
like, why would you not teach your child, especially in this day and age, how to defend themselves?
Right.
There's too much going on in the world. People are weird. People are teaching kids weirder things,
Yeah.
and they're also learning things from online as well. Like it's a lot to factor in.
Yeah. The online stuff.
I get it. Like she's a little girl. You want her to be nice and sweet and soft and all that other good
Yeah.
stuff. Whatever. But at the same respect, like you can't. There's a way to do all of that, but
Mhm.
also stand up for yourself.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm gonna say. Do you have any further thoughts here?
No, I'm good on this one.
Alrighty, because
If we need to
when I,
revisit this one though, we might come back to this one
listen,
definitely.
we might the school year starting in a little, a couple weeks
Yeah.
or so. So we will see.
Yeah.
Um, all right. Now I thought this was hilarious
Okay.
because I watched a video on, I believe it was TikTok,
Okay.
and it was a couple. They were
Okay.
getting ready for a date.
Okay.
So her man comes down the steps, and he has on from his head to his pants, top notch. You
Okay.
feel me? Like it, he was dressed to go out to dinner. He was taking his wife out to dinner.
Okay.
Or his fiance, sorry.
Okay.
She looks down immediately at his feet and notices that he has on Birkenstocks. Your dude go out to dinner with you. Y'all go to a nice restaurant. He has on Birkenstocks. How do you feel about this?
If we're not going somewhere casual, no. But also Birkenstocks in general, I don't think don't look good. But if you're going to a fancy upscale place,
And it was upscale place. It
no,
absolutely was. You could
you done lost your mind. You're not going anywhere with me like that. I
And
can't.
she literally kept trying to emphasize this. And I get there's two sides to this coin because we're gonna have some people that are gonna argue, oh well, he should be able to dress however he wants to dress and she should still be attracted. And then in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, and this is when people say stuff like this.
Right. We're telling him not to wear them to dinner is not being attractive.
Absolutely not. But it's
Because she's saying
also
that's
not wanting your
normal.
man to go out looking goofy, is
Yeah.
what it is. Um,
Right.
because I'm just like trying to picture like the other argument, like, well, why does it matter that he has that on his feet? And I'm thinking men are so visually, aesthetically attracted to women for the most part. Not to say like obviously a personality has to follow behind that,
Right.
whatever. But like the initial attraction is usually just that. For anybody to come out their mouth and say it shouldn't really matter, mm, mm, it's like the whole reverse of it is, check this out.
Mm.
When you go out, right,
Uh-huh.
and you ask your man if something looks, the one of the versions of this is, do I look fat in this dress, or any of those other, like, or do you think these heels look good with this dress? Because I don't really want to use the terminology fat, but
Right.
what I'm saying is I don't really look good in this dress.
Right.
Isn't that the same thing? Like I just told you, you look silly.
Right.
Like,
Right.
no, go change your shoes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be one thing if he put on an outfit and he didn't have shoes to match. Now we got a whole nother issue,
Right.
right? But he absolutely had shoes to go with what he had.
Or like, hey, the my dress shoes are uncomfortable. I'll put them on right when we get there. That's also another something women have been doing for years. We're gonna put our uncomfortable shoes on at the very last possible minute. But if that is your full intent to wear that out while we're there, no.
Mm,
And I think she should be able to express that.
absolutely.
And just like a man should be able to, like our men should be able to tell us, "Mm," or answer a question honestly if we ask.
No, I feel like it's the same thing
Yeah.
as if you changed your hair color sporadically, right? And the dude is looking at you like, mm, But you're like, "Don't you love what I did?" Like, you literally just went out without consulting him, and there's people that feel specific types of ways about this because they feel like it's almost controlling on the dude because that's not their body. But at the same respect, I feel like if this is someone you're marrying, like, you should be taking
They
their
gotta look
opinion
at it.
into consideration.
Like they gotta look at it day in and day out.
Right. But if it's something that you agreed upon, like, he's gonna love you whichever decision you make, whatever hair
Right.
color you got, like, whatever it is, like, like, I
Yeah.
get that. But at the same respect, like, why would you want your partner, your husband, your fiance, your wife, whomever it
Why would
is.
you let them walk out the house with the silver? Like, no.
No, especially because I got the feeling that the couple was probably going to take pictures or videos or something because they're on social media at some point in their night. And it didn't even have to be like, them taking a full length video or anything. They could have just took pictures. Who knows?
Right.
It's a keepsake.
Right.
I guess the argument is to take pictures from the waist up, whatever. I don't know. Um,
Yeah. No.
I
Well.
just think it's funny.
Yeah.
All right.
Uh huh.
All right. So,
Uh huh.
in the spirit of the WNBA, since the All Star game was on today,
Uh huh.
I got two topics, two
Okay.
questions I'm gonna ask you, right?
Okay.
So we're gonna talk about the first one.
Okay.
All right. So this rookie class, led by Caitlin Clark in viewership and ticket sales, has drawn attention to the W,
Right.
aka the WNBA, for y'all that do not watch it.
Mhm.
Okay. What do they need to do to have the support translate to the entirety of the W?
I think they partially did that during the game, mainly because like that the whole point of that game they're all different teams, different players, but specifically putting her on the same team with who the fans have made her rival, I think was a huge move because they played well and the team they won. Like they played well together, and on top of that, like I think they did that was a really good idea. And besides just that, they both deserved it. They didn't just they didn't just make that decision for views. They both deserve to be on that team.
I get it, and I agree. Um, there's a couple different things that I feel like need to be done,
Mhm.
and you can't necessarily change how people view
Mhm.
the WNBA, right? And I feel like I saw this question almost presented in like one of those pregame interviews, and I think it's Neka Abumake. I think that's her name.
Mhm.
Um, I've seen her play obviously because I watch the W from time to time. Like, she plays Chicago style all the time.
Right.
Um, because there's only 12 teams in the league, whatever. Um, but the media kind of like phrased this question to her, but her response was just kind of because she was like, "We're already getting attraction. Like, we're not going to stop doing what we do as players because obviously whatever it is working out that the viewers are starting to come in and whatever.
Right.
No matter who started bringing them in, right?"
Right. That's true.
Her thing was so many. They tried to throw out so many ideas for how they could grow the game fast, right?
Mhm.
They have hinted at things like lowering the basketball rims, right? So the women can dunk. Mind you, there are a couple women in the league that can dunk. They just don't dunk during the game.
Mhm.
Reason being, they don't do it often. They can end up injured,
Right.
like a Brittany Griner that just came back off injury. Like, she
Right.
not getting ready to be just gaming out there. Like, that's not getting ready to happen.
Right.
And to be honest, like, a lot of her dunks didn't have like a supreme force behind them. Now, if you watch basketball, track basketball, there are quite a few girls that are getting ready to come out of high school that will be in college soon enough in the NCAA that will be dunking because they already doing it now. Um, and kind of like working on the art of dunking. Um, then you had, the retiree since Candace Parker retired. Candace Parker used to dunk. She won, I believe she won the All American dunk contest in high school. And I believe her and LeBron James was in the same dunk contest, but don't quote me on that. I'm gonna have to go back and really look at it.
Right.
But I'm almost positive like that probably was a thing.
Okay.
Um, then they also threw out the idea of like having them wear like shorter shorts, which is I feel like sexualizing them is
Yes.
not the way to go.
No.
There are already players that men already feel a specific type of way about that are in the W that are, you know, of the heterosexual persuasion, whatever they're straight. Um, and not to say that all, all the lesbians in the league dress like men because they don't.
No.
But it's almost like they wanted to like super sexualize them, and I was like, why would you want those ladies out there playing uncomfortable
Right.
like that?
Why would we lower
And then two, that goes probably against some of their religions and things of that nature.
very
So
much
like
so?
y'all gotta really like look, like really listen to what y'all are saying.
So the answer to their answer or their theories to continue to catch more attention, capture more of this attention is to sexualize them.
All right, prime example, and I'm gonna prove the point.
Right.
So Angel Reese has went viral
Mm,
twice in the last week,
okay.
right? Twice. Both times I believe her outfit looked a specific type of way. One of them was when she was at the NBA summer league or whatever, and she had on like some jean shorts or whatever. Obviously it was super short. And she had on like a sports bra crop top type deal because it wasn't all the way a crop,
Mm,
but it wasn't all the way like a sports bra either, like
okay.
whatnot. She went viral because of her body. Period. Had nothing to do with anything else. Like men's out here, yacht, just chatting it up, whatever. They had whole conversations, whole Twitter feeds, whatever, going on about Angel Reese because Angel Reese was dressed a specific type of way. Now I get that. Like that's alluring for certain dudes. Like even
Right.
if they don't like her game, they might go watch her game. Right?
Right.
Might. And I think it was the same thing with like Skylar Diggins when Skylar Diggins came out of college. Like it's still dudes that follow her to this day, right? And don't get me wrong, we all know that sex sells.
Yeah.
Period.
It
Like
does.
that's just it is what it is. But to require them or think that they should do that,
Yeah.
like to be honest, that's not even I don't even think it's gonna bring the viewership in like y'all think it is. Prime example,
No.
there is like a football league out there right now where chicks wear lingerie and you
Yeah.
see how well that's doing. Terrible because most of y'all don't even know it exists.
Yeah.
Like it's out there though.
Yeah.
Um, so it's just like, why are we trying to push them in that direction? I don't
Yeah.
know.
I'm not. I'm not in like I don't think they should do either one of those things.
No, but what I do think is gonna happen is with each rookie class that's now coming out, these next couple of classes I don't think is gonna be as higher, like as high of a rating as like the Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Cameron Brink, Kid Jackson, uh Camilla
Camilla.
Cardoso, like all that. I don't think this class coming out is going to be as hyped as them. The next class that's gonna come out that's gonna have a hype around them is like Juju Watkins, um dang, I forget the girl's name that played for Notre Dame or whatever. Hannah Hidalgo, I think that's her name. That whole class gonna be elite. They ill for real. And I love Flage and Flage get ready to come out in 2 years, but that class right there, it's some talent in there, but it's not like this class that just came out and that class that Juju and them is in. Hands down. Um, they're probably not gonna gain as much attention because Juju is right now, she's probably going to end up threatening the scoring record that Caitlin Clark has set. I don't know. You can say what you say. Y'all can feel how y'all feel about it, but that's just my honest opinion. Um,
I don't think that's
I really don't. Here, remember I said I had a second question
yes.
that was relatable.
Right.
Does Angel Reese receive more hate than Caitlin Clark?
I read comments under posts of all different types. Some
Mm-hmm.
of them come from news outlets, sports outlets,
Mhm.
people online. If you actually sit and you read, it is a lot of hate comments that are not based on anything other than hate directed at Angel Reese. And it's just that's something you can go read them comments for yourself. All you gotta do is pick one and read it. That's
Absolutely. Her trolls
they're
are
terrible.
way worse than Caitlyn. Nobody trolls Caitlyn Clark. You can't troll Caitlyn Clark, right?
Yeah.
They will not allow you. But her trolls, and I'm going to say her trolls, I mean the ones that just watch Caitlyn Clark. They
Mhm.
don't watch the rest of the
And
W.
really don't
They
know the
don't
name.
respect the rest of the women in the W. I mean, and you can tell, like it
Mhm.
is blatantly like clear as day. They find, I mean, soon as they see Angel name tagged in anything, I mean
Immediately.
anything, it's like as soon as they see it, oh, I got the comment. You don't
Yeah.
have the comment. You could have kept scrolling. Why
Yeah.
are you coming? You know you don't like her. So
Yeah.
why are you in there? I mean, they use all types of terms for calling her everything but the N word, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Classless. She's ghetto.
Mhm.
She's loud. It like any microaggression they could find
Yeah.
to label her is in them comments.
Yeah.
And you could tell who it is. And then the crazy part about it is there are some women haters that are just Caitlyn Clark fans, but it is mostly the white male
It's a lot of
demographic.
that.
And every now and then you might get a black dude in there that's just as goofy as them.
Yeah.
Um, it is ridiculous. And it's not to
And
say this all white men because it's not.
it's no.
It's just specifically the ones that only watch Caitlyn Clark that are like they are radical Caitlyn Clark
Yeah,
fans.
but those
Oh
are the
my
ones
god.
who don't know anything about how to play the game. Like those are the ones who don't know what you're talking about. Like you literally don't know what you're talking
It's
about.
like every time they bring up Angel name, they gotta throw Caitlyn. But Caitlyn did this. We know what Caitlyn did.
Yeah.
We can't help but not to see what Caitlyn did. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
If the girl take a sneeze right now
Right.
and she sneezed on air, the whole entirety
Yeah.
of America gonna know about it. We
Absolutely.
know. We done seen the girl record. She hit it. She made a triple
Right.
double. Dot 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 dot. Did you see her get the 19 assists? Dot dot
Yeah.
dot dot. We saw that. As
Yeah.
soon as she did that, oh, Angel over here they stat padding. Didn't Caitlin Clark just do the same thing in her last game? But nobody's gonna talk about that.
No.
Anything under 20 seconds is a stat pad. They know what they're doing. Do you I'm pretty sure they want to break records. I'm pretty sure. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna just tell you what it is. It's them trying to claim that they not hating on her because of her race. As soon as
Yeah.
Angel Reese gave them that hand gesture that you can't see, well, gave Caitlin Clark that hand gesture,
Yeah.
her whole entirety of her life changed.
Yeah.
Right? They both were picking up fans before that game,
Mhm.
which a lot of people don't know because they swear Angel ain't picked up nobody. I'm like, Angel has
Yeah.
followers
That's
and she
not
got
true.
plenty of them. Now,
And it wasn't just us, the hometown fans either. There were.
heck no.
Yeah. No.
We went to go see them play the Liberty
Mhm.
in New York, and heck in the Mystics too.
Uh
Even
huh.
though like that's close to Baltimore, but the Mystics was home. They in DC,
It was.
bro. It
It
was
was
nothing but Angel Reese jerseys in a
crazy
whole
because
arena.
that's the closest she's ever gonna. Well, at this moment in time, the closest she's ever gonna come to a home game. You
The
know,
whole
like
entirety of the arena.
yeah.
The same thing we went to go see the Liberty. It was
Mhm.
just as much, just as many Angel Reese jerseys in there as it was the Liberty jerseys from
Yeah.
any of their players,
Yeah.
any of them.
There was.
And it's just like, dog, like, can y'all just let the girl play? Can y'all let this young woman play?
Yeah.
Like it is the weirdest thing to see grown men in a post attacking a 22-year-old young woman.
And it's the absolute hatred in it. Like you can read it. It's not just it's not a personal opinion formed on something she did. You just absolutely hate everything about the girl because you cannot stand someone saying she might have played a better game for her position. Because, like we said before, they're whole different positions, whole different type of game. Y'all just can't stand that
No, they
she
couldn't
might
stand that
be
she cooked
outperforming.
them the
Right.
last game. She cooked the Fever the last game, dog. If it wasn't for Angel Reese, the Chicago Sky would have lost that last game. Let's be for real. The girl is talented. She has bad games, as does most players. Most players have a game or two that are off games. It
Right.
happens.
That's human.
It happens. Like she's going to have off games, just like Caitlin Clark, and just like Camilla and all those the
Everybody.
rookies that are in that league. They just came off a whole season,
Yeah.
and y'all are holding them to the same regard that y'all are holding these vets to. And then if Caitlin Clark shoot 20 something points, Angel Reese had to have score. I'm like, bruh, Angel Reese has scored 27 points in a game this year.
Mm.
Got a double double. No, at the end of the day, it's like, why do y'all care this much to go under her post? I see Caitlin Clark posts all the time. You think I'm in her comments?
No.
There's things that happen in her game that shouldn't. I mean, yes, she's a great passer, but at the same time, she still got high turnovers. So what? That's something that she's gonna have to fix, or her teammates gonna have to fix.
Mm.
But my thing is, if I'm the PG and I know she's a rookie, I'm pulling my teammates to the side. Look, bro, we got to work on these passes. I'm throwing y'all dime passes. They going all out in the audience in the front row. Like it's and some of these are just extremely bad passes from Caitlin Clark.
Mm.
It's not all on her teammates missing passes either. Some
Mm.
of them just bad, right? Her and Angel Reese played tonight, right? Yesterday, Angel Reese made a comment that was like, I guess y'all can put on
Everybody get along shirt. She
right
meant the fans. Y'all
the
took
fact.
that. She
But
meant
my
fans.
thing is, the crazy part is the W actually is selling that shirt. It's on a website.
As
It
it
is a
should.
Caitlin Clark Angel Reese team up shirt.
We
But
should.
who did they research to even see that?
Right.
That is a real thing. They are actually selling that shirt on the WNBA's website.
Website. Yeah. Because like we said the last time we discussed this, it does not have to be one or the other. You do not have to love one and hate the other. This is done to women in every aspect of even in interpersonal lives, like your normal life, let alone if you're a celebrity. This is done to women all the time, and that shit has got to stop. You do not
It
have to
has.
hate one and love the other. It does not have to be that way.
No, people were mad because Angel just speak her mind. They want her to be,
Yeah.
especially the men online
Yeah.
that are all up under her post. They want her to be quiet and reserved because that's what they expect out of women. And I'm not gonna say who it is, but y'all can guess who it is from what I just said. They
Yeah.
want her to be quiet and respectful,
You're
which
certainly
is,
not going to get that from a girl from
but
Baltimore.
it's wild because when she talk crap on the court, right? And a lot of those women talk crap on the court.
Yeah.
It just so happened to be when Angel opened her mouth, she the only one that get flack for it.
Right.
They all do it.
Let competitors be. They're competitors.
They compete.
Let
But
them
my
be
thing is it's
competitors.
a league full of women. So they're gonna have, especially, and I'm going to say this till I'm blue in the face, it's the new fans. It's the new Caitlin Clark fans. It's not the new league fans. It's the new Caitlin Clark fans. That girl talked the most crap out of anybody
She does
on the
talk.
court. She talked a lot of stuff. When she hot,
Hey.
she talks a lot of stuff. The night she was just running around having fun, smiling, missing, bricking all over the place. She laid so many bricks the night shooting threes that she built up the damn stadium that they was playing, the arena they was playing in. Like, come on, bro. Like, at the end of the day, nobody cared. The woman was out there just having a
Yeah,
blast.
like that energy, they were playing with a whole different like that. That was literally on just some we're going to show up, have fun, and they found the groove.
I mean, the W came in with a vengeance. The WNBA All Stars, because they played the
They
US,
did.
they played the United States Olympic team, um, which is also full of All Stars,
Hmm.
and I blew them out the water.
They
The
did.
W just wanted it more. That's how I felt about it tonight. The women, they did,
Yeah.
they smoked the fight, especially Enrique.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lord have mercy. And the crazy part about it is,
He was running around like Roadrunner.
we had 3 people get records in this game tonight, and they was all on the W team. Enrique, because she broke the scoring record for the WNBA All Star game. Caitlin Clark, because she broke the assist record for any rookie. And Angel Reese, because she got a double double for a rookie.
Did y'all catch the same game?
Same game.
Y'all caught that?
Wow. Imagine that. Um,
Stop
and
it.
not only that, Caitlyn and Angel like they was out there best. I'm not gonna say they the best of friends, but they definitely was enjoying the game.
That's what I
The,
said I
the
wanted.
Angel dapped her up after
Yeah,
she got an
that's what I
assist.
was hoping for when they were both announced that they were going to the team, which we kind of already figured they were going to be. But I said I hope that they go out there, they play well, and they play well against and with each other, and they shut a lot of y'all up because
Mm-hmm.
I hope there are going to be a lot of people who see the mutual respect between them as competitors and go, you know what? Maybe I've been doing too much. If
Mm-hmm.
y'all could do that, that'd be fantastic. You're probably not going to, some of y'all, but yeah, no. That's
If
just
you didn't watch the WNBA All Star game,
you got to.
go find it and go watch it.
Yeah.
It was lit. Sold out arena.
Even
Um,
as someone who she obviously if you're listening, she knows way more about the sport than I do. But even as someone who doesn't know as much, you could tell that was absolutely a good game. You could definitely tell.
it was impeccable.
Yeah.
Okay, just go watch it. Support the W. Them women deserve it.
Yeah.
They play hard.
Not one person in it the entire catch what we just said.
They play hard. I'll give them that.
If y'all are listening, if y'all heard that the cat has arrived, so
She has arrived, which means she's probably gonna be up in one of our faces in the chair.
she's staring at us,
Uh,
wondering which one of us gonna invite her up.
I'm not in
I'm
no,
not.
because she be all on my mic. Anyway, so here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Trish, are short haircuts on women considered masculine?
I think some people do consider them masculine. I don't think they are,
Mm-hmm.
but I think a lot of people do view it as masculine.
You know what I'm gonna say about this? This is hilarious. The
What?
reason why this came up, because I got to get a backstory on
Yeah,
it.
because that's really, really random.
So there's this couple that I follow on YouTube, right?
Okay.
Um, they're around like 39, 40 years old,
Okay.
whatever. And the the now fiance, girlfriend, whomever she's supposed to be, I don't know. They are going towards marriage. So
Okay.
I'll say that for context. She has decided, I guess when they first got together, her hair was a little bit on the longer side.
Okay.
She has over time, over these last 10 months that they've been together, she cut her hair up a little bit higher. Then she decided, I guess I'm gonna go to like a short bob look,
Okay.
which it looked good on her, by the way, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then she cut it to where she had like these old school like 60s finger waves, and they look good on her.
Okay.
Period, point blank.
Yeah.
Her man loved it, whatever. Right? She has recently cut it to a point where it's not necessarily a bowl cut, but it reminds me of bowl cut in the front or whatever. Right?
Okay.
But it still looks good on her.
I
She
would
has
say
the face to
I'm not.
pull it off.
I didn't
But
make
she
that
still
face
looks
or say that make that noise because I think it's masculine. But that it cut in general typically is just not flattering, no matter who you rock
it's just the front. Like the
with.
rest
Okay.
of it is like a regular haircut,
Okay.
whatever. So my thing is this. Her man love it, right?
Yep. She clearly loves it.
She loves it. She looks feminine. She dresses feminine, like whatever.
Right.
My thing is, why do people feel the need to comment on a live and tell like in the live, oh, she looked like a man. She does not.
No.
There's nothing about this woman that looks like a man. Sorry about it. Short haircut, no. It's just it's the weirdest thing. I'm like, why do y'all care this much about people's relationships?
Yeah, I don't. I
Like
guess
for
that's
real.
to some extent the price you pay for putting your relationship online.
I mean, it is, but
But
it's like, why did you feel it? If you saw that woman on the street, you would never say that to her face.
no, yeah, that's yeah.
Like,
People feel like empowered online to say goofy stuff that they would never say in
and
real
it
life.
has to be some of the most insecure people on the face of this planet.
Oh
Cause
yeah.
like, by all intents and purposes, like she's a very attractive woman
Mhm.
with a very attractive man. Her man does not care. Y'all don't. And then the crazy part is, y'all really don't even know why she started cutting her hair in the first place.
There could be a reason.
There
There might
could
not
be
be, but there
a
could be.
specific reason. Not saying that there is, but women that usually start getting up around their 40s and stuff, their hair is too much for them, and this, that, and the third. Or maybe her hair got damaged. Like we
Take
don't
it off.
know. Your hair is damaged. You do have to cut it off for it to grow back healthy.
Yes, you do.
Sorry about it. Like
You have
at the end of the day, why do y'all care so much? But I feel like there's been women that pulled off short haircuts, like a Tony Braxton.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not even getting ready to mention the person I was getting ready to mention because they've been
Okay.
in the media too often lately. But y'all can
Okay.
guess who it is. Um, there's just women that can just do it, and it just
Yeah.
looks really good on
And I
them.
think
I Holly Berry, like
it's got a lot to do with your face shape. Like for example, I would never could never pull them off, but that's because of the way my face is shaped. It's not that I wouldn't or I think it's masculine. I just don't think it would look good on me. If you want to, no matter what, do it. It's hair. It grows back.
it does. But it's
Right.
also
Like
funny because hair is very important to a lot of people, right?
yes.
But if you think about hair in the beginning of time, we couldn't even cut it, men nor women,
Right.
right?
It just grew.
So, what point are y'all really making
Yeah, it's hair. I mean,
to say that long hair is feminine? Because
mhm,
if that's the case, we got a lot of men out there that need to cut their hair expeditiously.
look, a good man bun. Look, I'm here for a
A
good
good
man bun.
man bun, oh, absolutely.
Here for the good man bun. And if
It's
you
the Jason Momoa effect for me, the Roman Reigns effect for
mhm,
me. Like,
yep,
dude, like at the end of the day, if it's well kept,
yep,
why do you care?
yeah, y'all can keep your opinions to yourself about that. Like you should not be unless someone asks your opinion on their hair, shut up and keep it
I
to
could see if
yourself.
our hygiene wasn't on point or something,
Uh,
like,
yeah,
but it's not.
yeah, yeah, y'all gotta
And
stop.
then for you to talk about this man's woman in his face while they on live is like crazy man's business. Like,
Yeah,
what are we
because you
talking about?
definitely would never say that to him on the street.
No.
No.
All right.
Okay.
So you know I'm switching topics.
Uh-huh.
All right. If you find out your child wasn't yours or your spouse's for 5 years after giving birth, what are you doing?
Shit. Uh-huh.
What you
Well,
doing?
first of all, if I find
Oh,
out,
wait a minute. Do you want me to get a context first
yeah, okay,
before
go
you?
ahead. Because I was gonna say, go ahead.
All right. So this couple,
Okay.
the husband
Uh huh.
kept looking at this child like this child not mine.
Uh huh.
Right. 5 years in, still saying like, still questioning like this child not mine. And the
Hmm.
wife is like, what are you talking about? Like I've only ever been with you. Like like
Right.
this does not make sense. Like I didn't cheat on you or anything. Like this is definitely our child. Whatever, right? So
Hmm.
the husband one day decides to do a little slick DNA test, right?
Okay.
Um, finds out the kid not his, right?
Uh oh.
And he presents the wife with this information like what's going on, like this, and she's like, yo, I know I didn't like know. So in her mind, she 1,000% sure. And I ain't on no Maury. She's
Insert
really a
Maury.
1,000%. She's really 1,000% sure that this baby is hers and his. She's like, there's no way. So then she goes and takes a DNA test.
Uh-oh.
Comes back. The child is not either one of theirs.
Oh Lord.
So, like most people do, gotta figure out what happened because she
Exactly.
gave birth at the hospital.
Did they find out what happened?
So their child actually had went to this mom who's an unfit mom. CPS took the baby and put the baby in foster care. Right. So now at this point, also presents another question.
Uh huh.
What do you do in this situation? Because now you can't get it. Like, do you get a child, the other child back,
Well, legally,
knowing
they
that
try to make you. I think
the no, not if the mother is unfit parent
it would still be a process.
and locked up. Like it's a
It
whole
would be a
thing.
whole
Like,
process.
but my
Right.
thing is, what you doing? You going to take the hospital up? Like, what's happening? You find the
Oh yeah.
doctors
First,
like,
first of all, I'm finding out if y'all still working there from when I gave birth. I'm finding out if you still there. What the hell happened? And secondly, I'm getting moved. I'm getting
this is
I'm
why
absolutely
a lot of people that give birth in the hospital now, like, nah, you not taking my baby out this
yeah
room.
no no they
That's
weren't
not getting
allowed
ready to
no
happen.
they weren't allowed to take my daughter anywhere without her father following. Absolutely not. Yeah no.
Mm-mm.
If I can, because that's like the thing. Like you have to go through the process to keep the child that you've been raising, but then you have to
Mhm.
go and establish
Mhm.
maternity and paternity of the child that is yours, but is now with someone else. What if they're in a good home and you get ready to rip them away from a good
That's
home
the thing.
now?
The child was not in a good home.
No, I'm saying you said they took
I'm
her
sorry.
away from the unfit mother, but put
Mhm.
her in the system. What if she was in the system, placed in a good home? You know what I mean?
Don't matter. At the end of
I'm
the
still
day,
gonna try, but like I would feel
that's your
bad
child.
if
You
she
gotta
were
get your
in a
child
stable
back.
place because now I'm showing up. Hey, I'm your mother. This is your father, and I'm gonna take you away from
Now, see, that's a transitionary. I can
right.
understand the transitionary
But
period
I'm going to get my child.
of
Ain't no way.
the
Yeah,
psychological
I'm going to get my
thing with your kid. Like, I get that.
child.
Like,
Yeah, I'm going to
but
get her, and I'm keeping the one I already have.
at that age, like that's something your child always gonna remember. I don't care how much help you get them therapy, how like attachment styles, whatever. Like your child is forever going to remember that. Now, and
That's
what way it has impact on them
and I'm owning that hospital too.
at that point, you
I'm
got
going to
to.
be owning that
You
hospital.
absolutely had to. Like, what else you doing?
Yeah, you have to.
You know, that
How
just
did
gave
that
you the.
happen? How did that happen? Because if a child has been born anytime in the last like 5, 6, 7 years, they don't even do the nurseries anymore. Like they stay in the room with you. Like they don't even
Well, I
send them
mean, it
to the
also depends on what state you in because
true.
just because we lived in a state
That's true.
where that was going on at that point in time, that
That
does
doesn't
not
make that
mean that
everyone is
is
doing the same
going
thing
on
everywhere.
now. All right, so
Mhm.
here it is. Final topic.
Okay.
This is super popular on social media right now, and I had to ask it. And I'm trying to get off these topics so bad, but
Okay.
it's like it keeps coming around.
Okay.
And I don't know, and I hope you haven't caught wind of this story yet, but you could have.
Okay.
All right, so a German woman has said that black women are not a competition when it comes to dating black men.
I haven't heard
Not
anything about this yet.
okay, so I'm gonna give you the
Okay.
backstory, then you can go ahead off.
Hit me with that.
All righty. So this is huge right now to the point where though black women and black men have had contradicting videos online about this topic. Okay,
Okay.
so this German lady gets online and she pretty much is like, well, my black man pretty much isn't with a black woman because he says they're too loud, they're they're combative, they're not feminine enough. It was a lot. Ooh,
I didn't see that.
yes, not feminine enough.
Okay.
He's never had this before. Oh, then somewhere in the same video, old girl starts now you realizing why this black dude with her, this specific type of black guy, by the way.
Okay.
Oh, I take care of him. I was taking him on trips and I was planning out things. I bought him this, I got him that and
Uh
that.
huh.
Now so you basically purchased this black man, is what you did. That's what it can in my mind. That's my opinion.
I.
Y'all can feel however y'all feel, but go ahead. Go ahead. What you got to say about this? Cause ma'am, not you putting down a whole entire
Entire.
demographic, ma'am. An entire demographic. We are not all the same. We do not all approach the same topics the same way. We were not all raised in
No.
the same
And
manner.
I'm gonna repeat the same thing I said when we hit this on the last time. If his love for you is contingent upon his hatred of another race of woman, you're a clown and he's a clown. And y'all deserve each other at that point because that is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
And I mean, this chick went viral for this.
I have not seen it yet. I'm gonna go look for it, but I haven't seen it yet.
I'm just like I was amazed and astonished that somebody had the gall, had the audacity to get online and spew this type of special goofy ass point of view.
Y'all
Like
need
it's
to
just
stop.
goofy as hell. Why is this even a thing? How did this even come up? Like that's the one thing that I want to know. Why are we even on this topic? That's if you got you a black man and you are of European descent, I don't care. I'm glad that man love you or
Yeah.
whatever it is. But
Yep.
there's a whole nother video, and we might have to look this chick up next week
Okay.
because it's a whole nother chick that got other videos about specifically why a lot of men in my community,
Mhm.
the black community,
Mhm.
date outside their race.
Okay.
And yes, attraction is one thing because my thing is I don't feel like the color of her skin should matter. Right. Now if you that doctor, what is his name? Umar, what, Dr. Umar?
Yeah, probably. What?
Like, he's super pro black, everything
Oh,
black, da da da.
yeah.
And I get that. Like, I'm all about my people, I'm all for my people, but I'm not so oblivious to say that you cannot find love outside of your race.
No.
He is super like you need to be intentional with finding love inside of your race for multiple different reasons. And to be honest, he does have a lot of good points about a lot of
He
things
does a lot of good
within the
things.
black community. I'll give him that. But this specific topic, and I believe he might have a reaction video to this lady.
Mm.
Um, haven't watched it yet. Hey, we might react to it a day. I don't know. We've been trying to keep away from stuff like that on our reaction channel because we have people that are radicalists that like to make specific types of comments
Yeah, we've had a couple.
and not actually watch the video, but they want to drop comments on our videos.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
I don't.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, y'all got to stop. Like, I cannot imagine being proud of the fact that the person I'm with hates people like that. Any type of people actively hates. I don't care if he's
Came from a black woman.
right. How do you hate your mother, your
No,
sister, your
but
aunts?
you know,
What if you have kids? Like, what if you want to teach your daughter? Like,
no, but the flip
y'all
side to this
y'all
is
y'all want to brag about
it's
this
deep
shit.
hurt though. He is wounded, right?
Yeah.
And instead of her realizing, oh snap, this man is actually wounded from his experience,
Hmm.
right? That would be he didn't like things that his mom did, his sister did, the women in his community did, or and it's not all of them, but things that he called out that he didn't like, he can recall in his mind
But
that he
that
didn't
is
like.
so
He needs help. He needs serious help,
right. There
therapy,
is so
whatever.
much more than just that. Those experiences, even if it was direct, close family, there are so much more than just that. Like
It is, but
Jesus.
there's also a bit of brainwashing going on in our society anyway to a certain extent with like social media and how people present themselves on social media that certain features are more attractive, which this is not just social media. This was going on before we even
Mhm.
had social media,
Yeah.
right? Certain hair colors, eye
Mhm.
colors, skin colors, hair texture,
Yeah.
like whatever it is,
Mhm.
it's been going on for a long time. It's like back in the day, I can remember growing up in the 90s, the light skins was in at a point. Then somewhere in the mid 90s, it changed to the early 2000s where chocolate dudes was in style, right? And that's what it seemed like for real.
Yeah.
If you
I
would have watched like
I kind
TV
of
and
remember
media
that too.
outlets and
Yeah.
stuff, that's how it became. Cause then you had like your Tyrese's and your Tyson Beckhams and there's a few other little chocolate dudes out there. Montel Jordan was kind of like on the in between or whatever, but and then all of a sudden like the light skin fad, cause it's a fad. Sorry about it. This is a for real fetish. Light skin will mix people. All of a sudden it was like a boom of this is what attractiveness is to a certain extent. Now, then the ugly dude came into play after that. Y'all know the ones. And that's all I'm gonna say. That was a fad too. Like there's just so much that has went on. Like and it shows you how damaged some people are.
Yeah.
Prime example, like the ugly dude when the ugly dude came into style, right?
Uh-huh.
A lot of women had tried to brainwash themselves that don't nobody really want him, so he ain't finna cheat on me. Like what kind of logic is that? Like for real? It's a human being. He's a human being. he has the ability to cheat.
And
Everyone on this
right.
planet has the ability to cheat.
Both of them. Him and her.
Him, her, and the
All
rest of the
of
people that think like that. Anyway, we gonna see you guys next video, next podcast. Listen up. You guys have topics for us, you can hit us on our socials. You can DM us on Instagram at Black and White Reacts. Um,
You can
you can leave comments on our YouTube under Black and White
you can
Reacts.
comment on Spotify as well. We will see it. So we
Yep.
respond to it. If you're gonna look for us on, if you don't find us on YouTube and you're listening, it's Black and White normal way spelled, but then Reacts is REACZ. So if you're gonna look us up based off of just listening to us on Spotify, that's how you can find us online.
Yep. Um, other than that, we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah. Bye.
Peace.